non-sports fans, some sports fans. This is John. It's my dear friend Brett, the pro on this duo, and I'm the poser. So here we are. We're going to talk about sports. Hope you all enjoyed the holidays. Happy New Year and all of that. And we are back. You back, Brett?
I guess.
Come on, Brett. We're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. That makes me feel good. All right. Well, we might as well start with the end of college football season. Tell me about that.
I mean, unless you're from Michigan or I guess Washington, who cares? Michigan is a storied college team, right? They've had a lot of success. Haven't won in a little while. They got a coach, Jim Harbaugh, who got suspended this year for cheating. I mean, the NCAA is just a mess. Like they always make these bad decisions. They pay the college players now, the portal where you can just, if your coach treats you like a dick, you can be like, I quit. I'm going to USC. And then now this, oh, you cheat and you still win the championship, which is kind of funny. And they played a good Washington team that had a quarterback named Penix. His last name is Penix, and he had a really good year. And the best thing I saw about that game last night was somebody had a T-shirt on that said Harbaugh doesn't have Penix. Doesn't have a Penix. Get it?
Very good. Yeah, I think they only suspend you if you're in the SEC, if I remember correct.
No, it's cheating's allowed in the SEC.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Just like hazing in fraternities and sororities in the SEC is actually worse than it was in the 70s.
Good. So college has got it together. That's awesome. Especially
right.
My daughter.
It's over. Michigan won. Congratulations. Well earned. That's a great team. They had a good season. They're 15-0. And next year is 12-team playoff. So everybody that goes to a school that has a decent program, NC State, Carolina, out your way, Colorado, you name it. There's teams all over the U.S. that will have a chance to make the playoff next year, which will create a lot of excitement and hopefully make everybody forget how shitty college football is right now.
Very good. All right. Well, speaking of football, let's get on to the pros. We are now in the playoffs. Am I right?
Yeah. Wildcard weekend starts Saturday.
Okay, good. Who are the matchups?
Saturday, Browns against the Texans. Cleveland Browns lost their quarterback, the molester Deshaun Watson, who got busted for dealing up, I think, 24 women. So I guess 24 liars. I doubt it. But anyway, so they have a quarterback named Joe Flacco, who's like 40 years old, who's brought this unbelievable run, and he's brought them to the playoffs. And then the Texans, on the other hand, have a rookie quarterback named C.J. Stroud from Ohio State, and that's rare to have a rookie lead a team to the playoffs, and he's done that. And that's the early game. And then the night game is my Miami Dolphins, who are limping in very injured against a kind of a Kansas City Chiefs team that's had a rough year. That's going to be very dangerous. It's going to be -2 degrees too. So Miami's injured, playing in -2 against the best quarterback in the NFL still, I think, is Mahomes. So that should be great. And to piss me off even more, this game can be seen on Peacock, who has now put the cock in Peacock, because you cannot watch the game unless you pay for the streaming. So this is the biggest NBC money grab you've ever seen. It's disgusting, but we won't go over that much more.
Well, I already get the Supercross motocross package through them, so I understand what you're talking about.
Oh, sweet. So there's like you and 4 other people are in the same boat.
So I literally I won't, but I could watch it because I have Peacock, so that's good.
Yeah, you could, but you won't. But I'll just let you know what happened next week.
Very good. Wait, back to Joe Flacco. Like, he's so old, I know who he is.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl like 15 years ago, and he's like 6 foot. He's like 6'6" tall, and he's just calm. That's sometimes if you have a good team. Cleveland has a very good defense. Sometimes you don't have to win games; you just have to not lose them, and they call that a game manager.
Yeah,
which I think he's a little better than that, and he can throw a good deep ball. So
nice.
We'll see.
There you go. Who else we got?
Sunday, Steelers at Bills. Steelers snuck in. Their team just does not look good. I think they backed in, and they're playing a Bills team that's won 5 in a row. Big win against my Dolphins last night. So that should be interesting. That's the first game. Then you got Packers Cowboys. What a classic. 2 teams that have been around forever, a lot of history. Right. Cowboys are looking for a win badly in the playoffs. They have everybody hates them, and unless you're a Dallas fan. I mean, people just hate Dallas. And then the Rams. I'm sorry, the Packers that they're playing has their new quarterback Jordan Love, who's only their third quarterback they've had in like 30 years. And in true Green Bay fashion, Jordan Love has led them to the playoffs and looks really good. So it's been Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love. And Brett Favre started in the mid '90s with the Packers. So if you're a Packers fan and you've only seen three quarterbacks in the last 30 years, which is incredible run, honestly. But
That's impressive. It's crazy.
yeah.
Excellent. Eagles? Did you mention Eagles?
Eagles against the Buccaneers on Sunday. Eagles are just, man, it's like somebody cut their wings. They look terrible. They've lost a lot of games, a lot of infighting, and they were on top of the world 5 weeks ago. And then they have to travel to Tampa Bay, who's the worst team, the best team in a very crappy division. Didn't have a very good year, but they get a home field because they won their division. And so that'll be an interesting one. I think the Eagles will get their act together when the playoffs start. They did make the Super Bowl last year, and they're a very good team. So I would keep an eye on them for an underdog. And then the other game is the Rams at the Lions. Your Lions,
Mhm.
two teams with good quarterbacks. Matt Stafford for the Rams, and Jared Goff has played really good for the Lions, and the Lions have had a very good season, one of their best seasons ever, I
Yeah.
would say. So I think there's a lot of optimism, and a lot of teams are. It's wide open right now, and then you've got the other two teams, of course, that have buys, and that is the best team in the NFC was the San Francisco 49ers, and the best in the AFC was the Ravens. So they sit home and wait to play somebody. They'll play the worst team that wins, and they'll play all their games at home. So that's the advantages of winning and getting that. You get a bye, so you don't have to play. You automatically advance to the second round, and you play all your games at home, which is a
That's
huge.
gotta, I mean, you've got to make being awesome in the regular season valuable. And it sounds like that's actually set up well for them. That's
That's
cool.
why the Yeah, that's why the NFL is so good. Every game matters. You can't lose one or two because you can look back and have one game. Like for instance, the Dolphins lost to the Tennessee Titans this year. They should have won. If they had won, they'd be at home playing against an inferior team. Instead, they lost that game, and now they got to go to Kansas City and play in the freezing cold. So every game matters.
Yeah. All right. So it's been a few weeks since we've done this. And of course, I paid no attention during the holidays. Brock Purdy, healthy? Where
Yep,
are we at? Good. Brock
Purdy
Purdy.
mouth. Purdy mouth is healthy. Implant coming this spring. Enjoy it while you can, folks.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Look forward to that, especially when we start spending more time on hockey. It'll be good.
So
Excellent.
you want to hear about the odds real quick? So if you're betting, this is huge. This Super Bowl is in Las Vegas, which is going to be an absolute show. Gambling's going to be huge. Ticket values are about $3,000 face value. I mean, it's going to be a hell of an event. And so, real quick, I'm going to tell you if you bet $10. I'm going to go down from the worst odds to the best odds. If you bet $10 on your team to win the Super Bowl, this is what would happen. So Steelers $10 bet pays $1,300. Wow, nobody thinks they're going to win.
Hmm.
Packers bet 10 win 1,000. Tampa Bay 560. Texans 500. Rams 500. Browns 320. Rams 210. My Dolphins 160. So I'm going to put 10 or $20 on. If they win, I win $300, right? Eagles 140. Probably a good bet. Chiefs 90. Cowboys 75. Bills 65. Ravens 35. And if you place a bet on the favorite to win the Super Bowl, the San Francisco 49ers, you return $23. This
Wow.
is the NFL. This is the NFL. That's a terrible bet. The Niners. They are definitely the front runner, but that's not enough money to win. They have to win 3 games to just double your money. It's just not shitty
Yeah.
bet. Anyway,
Would
the
you put
Vegas doesn't.
bucks on everybody? Would you just,
Huh?
I mean, how many 14 teams, right? You put $10
Yep.
on everybody, $140.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are trying to figure out a way. If I bet 10 here, no matter, because hedging a bet is good, right? So
Right.
if I bet $100 on the Dolphins to win the Super Bowl, right?
Mhm.
And that pays out $1,600 if I bet $100. And the Dolphins make the Super Bowl and they play against the Niners, I hedge my bet by betting 800 on the Niners, and that way I'm guaranteed to win $800. Or do I go all in and keep the 1,600? So that's what you're trying to do when you hedge a bet, right?
Yes,
You're not going to win as much, but you're guaranteeing winning. Which, if you're betting, a guaranteed win is what you're looking for, right?
absolutely. Hey, Brett, just out of curiosity, I noticed that fantasy football is over. Um, and had I switched one person on my team, I probably I would have switched one person on my team, I probably would be in some form of playoffs. I assume there are playoffs. So I finished 8th in the league without ever making a trade. How did you do? How was it?
I finished last.
You finished last?
First time ever. I've been playing fantasy for 25, 30 years and never finished last. You
Wow.
beat me. So I said I would quit. If you look at our our videos, said I'd quit, but I'm not a quitter.
Can I just say this? My dart monkey strategy came true. It ruled.
Okay, this is how pathetic you are. Congratulations on your 8th place finish. You should be
Yeah.
really pleased with that showing. And honestly, you should be. I can't believe,
How am
there
I
was
not
everybody in
12th?
that league. Huh?
How am I not 12th?
I
That's impressive. All
Good
right.
job.
Yeah. No, wait, we should turn toward each other and just shake hands like my favorite. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, your hand just disappeared. All
Right.
good. Nice.
Well, all right, we're back. Let's see if we can keep this rolling and do it for the playoffs at the very least.
That sounds great. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. All right, Brett. So do I actually have to pay for this league that I was in? I thought you said you'd cover me. In fact, I'm going to go back and watch earlier episodes and see if that's actually the case. But how much do I owe you if I owe you?
F you, pay me.
50 bucks, 20 bucks. What do I owe you?
I said pay me.
Pay you. I'll pay you.
200 Venmo.
Shouldn't it be prorated? 8th place should surely be in the points. Shouldn't I get
I'm trying to
something?
act like a hard ass Italian, picking up my money, and I just said Venmo.
It sounds Italian. Hey, the Venmo.
You gonna send me a Venmo, or I'm gonna break your legs.
You better Venmo me the dough. Excellent. All right, amigo.
All right, buddy. Talk to you.